everybody, Sean here with Paper Planes, and this is episode number 35 of my Dark Souls Ultimate Walkthrough Guide. If you notice from last episode to this episode, I've got a few less Estus flasks and a little bit more of souls. I ran through here just a short ways and realized that I hadn't actually started recording yet. I was just talking to myself and staring at a camera that was not lit up. So then I realized that and started recording. So here we are. I actually changed my recording setup as well. Kind of a reason for the lay off or layover from not having an episode so recently. So we're back and we're ready for some action. We're here in the Oolacile Township and we're going to be fighting for the first time these guys hidden across throughout the zone here. Sometimes they hide. They try to hide themselves. But if you're actually listening with a headset or any kind of good speaker setup, you can hear them really easily. These guys just kind of make funky noises. The sound in the DLC is very good. They did a great job with sound effects in the DLC. Anyways, if you haven't gone through here yet, you're going to have this soul item here. And then you can run up on these guys. If you've got some ranged attack, pick them off from here. It's really easy. They're pretty simple. Just rush and attack. I was going to roll, but why would I do that? There you go. So you can just dodge those attacks just like anything else. I mean, you got to get the timing down. Nothing special about them. Here we've got a shortcut. Now you can't activate this until you get to the other side and step on the platform like this over wherever the end of this shortcut goes to. Just like most other shortcuts we've experienced. So here we've got these guys, and if you want a little bit of more space to fight them, just let them run over here. Then you can get your running start. Of course, if you're doing your melee attacks. Now these guys drop some pretty decent things sometimes, but their rare drop is they drop a helm item which looks like their head. This bloated helm thing. So yeah, if you get that, kudos to you. If not, you'd probably never wear it anyways unless you were just trying to do some kind of roleplay thing. Around this corner here we're going to have a caster, so you want to get in there quick. You'll probably have to do one successful dodge at first, and then you want to land the killing blow. He's just as weak as all the others. Okay, I jumped instead of rolled. But you don't want to get hit by him because he's got a pretty effective poison. You can see those nails right there. Yuck. Somebody needs some maintenance. Anyways, we got this guy hiding out in the corner over here. Now we can grab this loot. Awesome. And I feel it's important to mention at this point, if we were in human form, we'd be shortly invaded by the Marvelous Chester. And it's his phantom, of course, and he is still around. We haven't killed him yet, but if we wanted to fight his phantom, we would want to be in human form. There's really no benefit to defeating the phantom, except you'll kind of learn his combat techniques for when you want to fight him as a human, if you in fact want to do so. Which, why wouldn't you? Because you get some sweet gear by killing him. Also, I see people that watch my trolling video and always ask me what armor set that is, and of course that's Marvelous Chester's gear. So this zone is all about exploration, really. There's lots of areas that you can wander around. So you kind of want to just circle every building, see what you can find. This guy's just chilling here. So as long as you take things slow and steady, you should be fine. And that's just kind of one of the fundamental rules of this game. You never just want to sprint through areas unless you know where you're going beforehand. So here you see that soul item over there, and you don't necessarily see a way to get over here, but it's just as simple as rolling. Alright, so you're going to see this guy right there. You want to get him to attack you and then rush in. The timing between his spell cast is pretty slow, so assuming you're moving fast enough, and you could quite easily be moving faster than me because when I do my running attack with this weapon, it takes a long time to swing it. So that's one thing to pay attention to. You can see over there we've got that crystal lizard. So at some point, if you want to jump over there, and I'll show you how to do that, you're probably going to miss being able to kill him, but you can just reload the game standing right on top of him and kill him that way. So here, this is how you get to this item right here. So many brave warriors. So you can, if you're listening at this point, you can hear some funky sounds in there. So you're like, what's going on? But there's really nothing. It's kind of weird. I'll show you in a second, but those sounds are misleading. At this point, you can drop down on this guy and kill him, which is a great idea. What's up, buddy? I'm sorry. And this is a good opportunity to show you guys what that is all about. I think we are going to... I can hear this guy's moving around in there. Why am I not remembering where these things are? I know they're right in here. So many souls. Okay, so this item right here, let's go ahead and toggle the display. I'm sorry, carving, head carved of arch trees by Go in his imprisonment. Goff. I think it's Goff. Goff. I don't know. Screw it. I'm going to say Goff. Imparts an emotion to each and every completed carving, which helps him achieve personal enlightenment. When a head is disturbed, it speaks, reflecting the emotion conferred to it. This head says, I'm sorry. Have another look. Isn't that an expression of atonement? Okay, so if we put this item in to use it, I'm sorry. Because we're all so sorry in this game every time we kill something or someone that we feel like throwing that on the ground. This is just another way of communicating inside the game of Dark Souls. Obviously, you've got your strike a pose maneuvers. Hey buddy, come on over, it's safe. That kind of move, or you can just speak with these stones that I just showed you. There's multiple ones to come across. You can find some more, and we can buy some. So we'll get to all of that stuff later on. But just keep in mind, it is an infinite use item, so I didn't just lose it by throwing it right there, even though the rock goes out of your hand and explodes while it says I'm sorry. Somehow you just still have a one that regenerates over and over again. Yeah. Lots of explanation for some simple item. So we've got some more bad dudes in here. You're going to see 2 spellcasters. These are kind of difficult. You can get your ass kicked in here if you don't do things right. So I suggest any kind of ranged attack to kill one of them, and then you can finish the other one off in melee. You don't necessarily have to fight them though. You can just kind of sprint through. The cool thing about that is now you get to see a little bit better, and you can hear when they're attacking. So that's another angle where you could see that guy. Alright. So this guy on the stairs is going to be our first target. Yep, that's bad. Okay. So you can see when you get hit by one, you're definitely going to get hit by the other just because of the stagger. And this is perfect right here. Sup, bro? Come on. Ah, you son of a bitch! Jesus Christ. That second spell came a lot faster than I had hoped. And I really had no effective way to avoid that. After I got hit the first time, I was still in a complete stagger while he hit me with the second one. Alright, so we see the chain is a semicircle, so that's all good. We can open this. What do we have here? But a dark orb. Okay, so this is a new sorcery spell. Let's go ahead and check that out. It's going to be up to the top since it's a sorcery item. Let me see you. Okay. So it says here that it takes 1 slot and it has 12 uses. A requirement of 16 intelligence to cast this item. Abyss sorcery discovered by an Oolacile sorcerer on the brink of madness. Fire a giant dark orb. In contrast to standard soul sorceries, Abyss sorceries are weighty and inflict physical damage. Perhaps human souls, because of their humanity, produce sorceries with more tangible presence. And you could clearly see what that was talking about. It did a huge physical damage to me. When it hit me, I was in a huge stagger, a long duration of stagger right there. And that's basically what this thing is saying. It's got a heavy effect to it. So while it does take a little while to cast that spell, if it connects, it does some pretty significant damage in the effect of slowing your enemy down and actually hurting them significantly. Alright, so we're back over here again. We're going to come up top. We'll go onto this bridge platform, and we're just going to drop off the edge here. And here's a special thing. You can read this message. It says, "Let there be light." That's kind of a hint. This is a developer message, not a single player left this, as you can see by the icon. And if you move close to here, you can hear this sound. It's like a drum. Man, I am looking sexy. Need some new chapstick though. Okay, so basically what that's saying is I need some kind of item to illuminate the pathway. So what I'm going to do is you can use your Sunlight Maggot Helm. So let me find that. There it is. And we got this in one of the more recent episodes, and you can see here I've got this pretty nifty light bulb on my head. And that's gonna, just walking up to it's gonna expose this. Now, even though you can hear some scary stuff, there's nothing in here, so don't be worried about that. Now we can take this helm off, as it's not gonna serve me any purpose anymore. Put back my Wanderer's hood, and we can see that the chain is a semicircle, so it's not a mimic. And a silver pendant. The silver pendant is gonna come into play against the Manus boss fight. So let's go ahead and check that out and see exactly what that thing does. Now, it's an item that we equip as far as equipment. So where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, it's all the way down here. Let's toggle the display. The silver pendant engraved with the crest of Artorias, one of the ancient treasures of Anor Londo, presented to Artorias for facing the abyss, effectively deflects the dark of the abyss, especially in its magic forms. Okay, and what this does is, it's multi-use, but it's for a short time period, and you're going to have to wait before you can use it again. So you can keep, like, sorry, I misspoke. You don't actually have to wait to use it, but its effectiveness wears off pretty quickly. So just in that immediate time period after you use it, are you protected, and then it fades away really quickly. But when you're in the boss fight against Manus, you're going to use this to basically defend yourself from certain attacks. And we'll get into that a little bit later. You can obviously use this against the Dark Sorcerers as well, but it's not that necessary. You shouldn't be required to use something like that if you're dodging effectively and practicing your evasive maneuvers. So yeah, I believe you can jump over to this thing. So let's try it out. If I fail, it'll be entertainment for you. Yes! Alright, and this is where we can log in and log out, and I'll show you guys how to kill that lizard, just like I taught you in other episodes. Nice. Here we come. What's up, bro? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Perfect example of when you should use that. Alright, so that's kind of like a insta spawn camping kill or something in one of those Call of Duty games. If that lizard was one of the players, it'd be like, "You fag!" as it fell 1,000 feet to its death. Okay, cool. So we've got just a little bit further to go in this episode. So let's go over here. Now, don't be afraid of this area. You're not going to fall to your death or anything like that. It's pretty safe in here. You can hear that thing making some funky sounds. But what you see here is the chain is hard to identify. It's probably a semicircle, but you can't tell, so you just go ahead and, oh no, it's not. So there we go. We kill the Mimic. And I know a lot of you, if you're anything like me, when you first approach this area, you kind of expect this floor to just cave in. It just looks way too, it just looks like a trap. You're conditioned to feel that way in this game after playing up to this point. So yeah, we got a new carving, of course. I don't need to go into many more explanation on that. And we've got this guy in front of us. We can go ahead and kill him. He shouldn't be able to hear us as long as we are walking a little slow. Now remember, you're on a narrow pathway, so you don't want to get too crazy. Nice. And these are good areas where you can actually get a glimpse of what your surroundings are. There's some really cool designs to this place. Yeah. So now we're just going to move back down the stairway here. Running down the stairs. Now these guys are best to kill with range, because they're on a narrow platform and you don't want to get hit by the spells or anything like that. Plus, you can only roll backwards or forwards if you're on this narrow plank. So you need to be careful with that. So we're going to try to use some pyromancy. Like, this guy I really didn't need to do that with. I actually didn't know how much damage the fireball would do to him. So what we need to worry about is this guy approaching us, and that's what's happening right now. You see his aggro range is extremely far, and these spells actually heat seek, which is not good. So what you can do is you can go all the way up top, hit him with some bow and arrow. See how crazy that is? This guy is not one to play with. Now, of course, if you have a shield, you can just continually move forward and take the damage until you get up close to him and then kill him. But why risk it if you have a bow and arrow that you can utilize? So let's see what we got here. Better safe than sorry. We'll use our Dragon Slayer bow. And let's get some of these Goth's great arrows. Yeah. There we go. And let's see what we can do from this range. Boom! Pretty nice. And that'll take care of him. So you see, that is a pretty simple tactic right there. Get rid of that item. There we go. Go ahead and heal up a bit. The thing about Estus flasks, they're so great, and it's great to have as many as you do, but you don't need to hoard them because you've probably got so many healing items that you've never used, and you get in the habit of saving and hoarding things in games that you collect, and then you'll beat the game and realize, wow, I had 1,000 of this item or so many of this item, and why not use it? That's what it's there for. There's no point of saving certain things. So if you want to heal because you're at half health or you're at 3/4 health, go ahead and heal. It's better to be safe than try to be stingy and end up getting killed. So you can see here we can still get a one-hit kill with a single-handed sword, or we can double-hand it and still get, of course, a more powerful kill. But if you want to use your shield, you've got to hold your sword with one hand. So this area is kind of unique because the ground starts to get a different color. You can see it's got like a bluish tar type liquid. It doesn't slow you down, but it does help camouflage a lot of the things in this area. So what you want to do is, whoops, what you want to do is not that, but you can hear these guys running around, so getting out into the open is your best way to see what is actually going on around you. So we can loot this rubbish here, and of course rubbish we use to trade with Snuggly. Snuggly the Crow. Alright, so we're going to move down the stairs here. we're going to start coming into a lot of these guys, these melee guys, and we can handle them pretty easily one at a time. This is a spot where I'm going to start using my shield. Just because there's so many of them, I'd rather have the smarter tactic. That one up top on the balcony there is a sorcerer, so you don't want to get that one's attention just yet. Alright, there we see a new spell from those types of enemies. So we can see we can take the damage from this guy, and then swing our sword, take another hit, and swing our sword. Super simple. Absolutely no threat of danger right there. So if we bait that sorcerer to come a little bit closer. Oh, that other one aggroed on us, so he came down. So we're semi-protected from these steps right here. Let's see if it's actually going to get to us. Nope. Alright, our first thing is we want to kill this guy. Ah, God, I can't believe we can't jump over that step. So I need to get closer to here so it actually hits the stair. I'm going to time this right. Alright, let's go. Use this to defend yourself. There we go. We can loot this item here. Keeping this in between us, we're going to be able to actually lose sight of the enemy. What'll happen is he'll become disinterested in us because he won't see us anymore. Eventually he will stop firing, and it'll allow us to get even closer. What I would suggest is getting over here to the left. And now we'll be able to pick these guys off one at a time. So here he's casting that black fog spell. Alright. Oh shit! Oh my god! Where did that guy leap from? Oh, there's... Wait, how many? Okay. That was bad. Anyways, so you get to see the perils of swinging an extra time when you shouldn't. I killed that sorcerer in one swing, and I took a second swing out of instinct, and that's what actually cost me there. It's so easy to die in this game when you get a little bit over anxious and try to bite off more than you can chew at one moment. And I really should not have died there. That was pretty silly. But I'll see you guys at that spot. I'm going to edit to that point in the video. Okay, everybody, we're back here at the same spot doing the same thing I just did. Let's go ahead and get around here. Ah, shit. That's so serious. I'm like, I'm not gonna freaking die right here. I swear. I swear it. Alright. So, we still got the same issue as we had before. We're gonna get these guys out. Get them to come follow. Come on, buddies. There we go. I just want... Come on. It's about time. Alright, so this guy over here, obviously we can deal with him. I just want to get these other guys out. Come on. Oh, good. shit. Shit. What? I've never seen an enemy jump through a sword this big before. What a skill. Wait a minute. Where are you, buddy? Oh, there you are. Nice. Alright. The hard part is over. Well, it wasn't really hard. Just made it more difficult than I should have. Okay. So we're going to keep walking up these stairs here. And there's going to be a few things that I need to show you. A couple little areas. First, let's take care of this guy. So we can see through here, we've got another enemy just below. And to get to him, you're going to do a roll onto these boards. Whoops! Oh shit. Okay, you guess you're going to have to roll a little bit faster and further than that. That's going to happen. That's actually the biggest reason why I wouldn't ever want to play this game with a keyboard and mouse. It's because the jumping mechanics are actually hard enough that without a joystick, I think it would just be that much more difficult. Alright. So that was a guy that saw us already. We're going to get over there in a second. First, I want to show you guys this area. Now, to get over here, you're going to have to do a sprint, jump, and jump over to that left area. You can see there's a chest over there, and I'll show you how to do that. Boom. Like a boss. And you actually heard that. Alright, so this chest has a semicircle chain, so we know we can open it. Red Titanite chunk. What's in here? Nothing. So you heard that sound again, and this is just another way to utilize this shortcut, okay? So the shortcut takes you, instead of having to make this jump, if you don't have this kind of sunlight maggot helm or any illuminating thing, you can use your skull lantern, or you can use one of your faith miracle based spells to illuminate the door as well. So there's a couple different options you've got there, but it's not necessary like I showed you. That's why I showed you the jump. The jump is easy enough to make if you're lightweight. However, this is an easier jump that I failed the first time. There we go. Now clear some space, because you've got a mimic chest here. You can see the chain is drug out straight a little bit. So we're just going to go ahead and deal some heavy damage right now. Real easy. Just keep swinging away until it's dead. I love mimics. Always guaranteed to drop some good loot, and they're super easy to kill. So we got the crest key, and later on we're going to see what the crest key does. Almost forgot about that guy. I'm glad I was looking. And let's run over here real quick. This ladder is going to take you down to where that sorcerer was. And now you can knock off this. You can also do this with any kind of spell or bow and arrow if you want. But that'll be waiting for us down below. Let me go ahead and get my shield back on. Now we can drop down here, and there's going to be some stuff that we can loot. More hidden things to find. Between humanities, there's nothing else down there but a bad time. Just a bad time waiting on you. And we can drop down below again. You see, now we're at the opening to where the corpse drop just happened. So you'll see here, there's the corpse drop. Very nice. Dark fog. Let's check out that. That's what that guy was casting at us earlier. So we'll take a look at what it is exactly. It's basically like a sorcery's version of poison mist instead of a pyromancer. But let's go ahead and read what it has to say here. It requires 1 slot and you have 2 uses. It also requires 18 intelligence. Abyss sorcery discovered by an Oolacile sorcerer on the brink of madness. Create a cloud of dark fog. Although dark fog is in theory relatively close to humanity, it also happens to be a terrible poison for humans. Perhaps it reflects man's cruelty against his own. Alrighty, so just like I said, it's the sorcery version of a poison mist. Sweet. Okay. But keep in mind, guys, there's absolutely no reason for you not to have pyromancy. Pyromancy can be used by anyone. It doesn't require any kind of stat requirements. It's awesome. The only reason I guess you wouldn't want to use pyromancy is if you're doing some kind of role-playing or limited playthrough. So if you're playing this game and you don't have pyromancy and you're just doing a regular playthrough, or you want to have a PvP character, go get that shit. It's awesome. Alright, so this is the beginning of the shortcut. Don't worry about me rolling right there. There's actually nothing to be afraid of. So this is where we activate that shortcut. Now, I ran by a few enemies, so there might be some guys chilling here for me. Hey, buddy. As they were. Alright. So now that thing is active at all times. And here we are. We've got some more bad dudes in front of us. We can approach them just like we always do. We're going to try to draw some guys out. And if we've got to avoid the casters, then we need to do so. There we go. You see there, I just kind of stood on the stairs and we got those guys to approach. God damn it. I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Look where I backed myself into. What the hell? That's what happens when you're like actually talking about how to do things. You forget to actually apply what you're talking. Okay. So here, I'll show you. We're so close to where we need to be actually because I just kicked that shortcut in. So now we can just run straight to that spot. That was pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of myself. I would like to just say that that was part of the learning tool for this episode. To show you, just in case you die, this is the shortcut that you have. And then you die again like a chump. Whee! Just like this. Damn you! Wow. I should be more angry than that, but I just don't care about souls at this point. Epic fail. Get my 0 souls. Get them. Get them. See you guys. Sweet. Awesome. That's what I was trying to do the first time. But not so well. Alright, so I'm going to kill this fool immediately. Nice! That's how daddy like. Oh shit! Fuck. That was not cool. You son of a bitch. Come on. Come closer. You laughing at me? Jesus. Okay, guys. I promise I'm gonna take this seriously right now. I will take this seriously. Ugh. We're just gonna speed through this part just like you should. I swear, I make things so difficult sometimes when I just want to show people how to do things. If I could just do it myself, you could see with their eye holes how to do things. It's so hard to talk and play and know what you're doing at the same time. Don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Come on, guys. Come out for the double kill. Now I'm gonna roll. Oh, you son of a bitch. That was poetry in motion if I wouldn't have got hit by that guy. So we're gonna sprint now. Get over here. Come on, buddies. Don't be scared now. Don't you want to play with my big sword? Where you going, friend? Alright, so there's an item all the way down there. And we're gonna go back and get it in a second. So here I'll show you, well, if I had some sorceries equipped I would do it that way, but I don't. So let's go ahead and... I could use my crossbow. Let's do that. Let's use some crossbow. Whoops. I'm a lefty, baby. Nice. Alright, so we can go deal with this guy too. That was lame, man. That was freaking redonkulous right there. I hate the targeting. Shit. Okay. Now we'll go get that. Not our souls, because there's just nothing there, really. Here's our soul of a brave warrior. Much braver than I. Now, we've got one more enemy in here, and he's a pretty heavy fighter. You don't even really need to fight this guy. He's kind of worthless. I don't know this guy's story. We could do some pyro attacks. He's just like one really big heavy fighter. As you can see here, you don't want to get in too close to this guy. He's strictly a melee beast. He's not even a boss, but he's got boss-like powers. Boss-like strength and health. It's kind of ridiculous. I seriously typically avoid this guy. I'm trying to show you what he does. He's pretty awesomely designed, actually. But he destroys those statues like you see there. Just running around. And that's the attack that you want to take advantage of. He does this like lunge with his nose, head, I don't know what it is. It's like a big broken 4x4, and he charges at you with it like a rhinoceros, and that's how you take advantage of it. And this is what I'm talking about. You get chain armor from this guy. What a freaking joke. That is a pretty big waste You know, it's not worth fighting him, to be honest with you. He's much more of a threat than he is worth fighting. So there's going to be some dudes coming up on this. So be ready to kill. Kill, 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 kill. Dead. Awesome. So yeah, that's it. We are getting next to the bonfire up here. Don't worry, it's dark, but there's nothing in here. You're safe. Don't be afraid, my friends. Just light the bonfire. Sweet. Awesome. So that's it for this episode, everybody. Next episode, we'll be progressing even further into the DLC, and we will free Puppy Sif. So everyone look forward to that, because I'm going to be a hero. Alright, everybody, thanks a lot. As always, please follow me on my social media accounts. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Just look for Paper Planes Sean. And then, of course, I'm on Google+. It's the same as my YouTube Paper Planes channel. Alright, everybody, take it easy. Peace. Thanks for checking out my video. If you enjoyed it, click the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel and social media accounts to keep current with Paper Planes updates. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.